Hey y'all, and good now, whenever and wherever this finds you. Today is the day we're going to have our Zoom meeting about the election past and the path forward. And my hope is that we will have some special guests, and I made a little video to go with it. Let me say first, before we get started, that I'm thinking about cutting in here and talking about some of the people that I hope will be at the meeting tonight and give some color commentary to this all. Let's go.
The midterm elections, like most elections in the United States, most of the time, are not a celebration of our democracy. They are a desecration of the concept of democracy. They are a mockery of democracy. They exclude the mass of people from the participation in the debate and deciding of the most momentous issues that confront us. And the midterms just concluded are no exception to this sad rule. And if there were a single conclusion I would urge you to think about, because it's going to be practically the conclusion we see in the period ahead. Such a failure of your political system, such a pathetic failure of your elections, they teach people, consciously or unconsciously, that on the important political issues we face, the American system of Republicans and Democrats is a show of fakery. The political issues will then have to be decided some other way. And what the country needs is a recognition of this sad reality. Maybe these midterms will help bring that about. We either need new and different political parties.
Just yesterday, I was talking to Christopher W. Hatton about third parties. He's found a friend of a friend, or he knows someone that's in the Wyoming Independent Party, and he's going to talk about getting hooked up with them. So maybe that's a place, an independent party. And of course, it leads back to my idea always is to have something parallel to the current system that we can eventually replace it with. But I digress.
Who will bring these issues forward, make it impossible for the Republicans and Democrats to continue their pathetic theater of politics, embarrass them, force them into articulating some position. We need either a new party to do that, or we need a different kind of politics. We can devise the questions that let people understand and then debate it so people understand what's involved.
Now we're talking about the Phoenix Congress, and I would hope that Liam will join in with us.
To rebirth our democracy and solve our most urgent challenges with structural innovations to our problem-solving capacities. I am not saying I have all the answers, but I am saying together we can build the solutions we need if we change the technology, the social processes, and the mindsets we use to solve problems.
We can address the issues of the day with our parallel Congress and have members from different areas of the country debate the issues from their standpoints, and we can come up with, again, something similar to the blueprint for America. But we can poll people on this in real time and get people excited and involved, and that's what I would hope for.
When masses of people explain to these political hustlers that the era for them to exclude all the rest of us from all the decisions that matter is over, and a new, genuine, democratic system for governance will replace it. The reality of these elections is that the truth about this society is kind of coming out despite all these efforts to exclude us, to hide it, to deny it. The United States can't quite face what it's doing. It can't quite say what the reality is. That's not a strength, but it is a powerful ideological tool. And the job of the elections is really to refine that tool, to repeat those things, to portray us as endangered. It's advertising, friends. It's the opposite of an honest assessment of strengths and weaknesses, enabling us to make good decisions. Instead, we're bombarded by paid hustlers, pushing us in one direction or another, but systematically excluding us from the evaluation of strengths and weaknesses, which we would like to carry out in order to make the right purchase. I hope the analogy helps make the point.
Point well taken. And I just found out that Brian's going to be meeting with Matthew Ho, who was the Green Party candidate in North Carolina that was banned from the election this year. And wouldn't it be cool if he shows up too? So I'm really excited about tonight's meeting, and I hope to see you all there. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you down the road.